ChatGPT used your data in so many different ways to improve their AI model. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can protect yourself and your organization by keeping your data safe, by making sure it doesn't leak in ways that aren't expected. I'm going to show you 5 ways in which you can do this and how you can start protecting your data today. The first way you can protect your data is by going down here to the bottom left, clicking on Settings, and you can open up the Data Controls tab. Here we have a very nice and innocent thing called Improve Models for Everyone. When it's enabled, you allow ChatGPT to train their models on your data. This means that ChatGPT, at least not this version, but the next version, will be able to actually memorize things you told it in the chat. So if you leak any sensitive information, the model will be able to actually memorize this in its future versions. Let's start by turning this off. And some things that are also sometimes turned on by default, including all your recordings and all your video recordings, also to train the ChatGPT future models. This is something that you may not have known that exists, but this is one way that they can collect information from you to improve their future models. So again, we went into Settings, Data Controls, Improve Model for Everything, and we turned everything off. Another way is by remembering data between different sessions for their agent mode. If you use this feature a lot, then they save browser data also between sessions. So maybe we also might want to turn this off. The second way they store information is through the Personalization tab, and this can reference previous chat histories that you had with ChatGPT, but most importantly, it can reference something called memories. Memories are things that you can add proactively to ChatGPT by telling them some key information about you. For example, your occupation, things you're interested in, things you want to plan. All these memories are slowly saved in this list over here, and the model is able to reference these pieces of information to give you kind of better answers and to learn your preferences over time. If there's some delicate information, some sensitive information that you find inside these memories, you can delete it in 2 ways, either by selecting an individual memory and pressing the delete button, or in the top right, you can click delete all memories, and that'll delete everything over here. Again, personally, I do like this memory feature. I like it that the model can learn and improve itself over time and tailor its answers to me. So I like to leave this on. Record mode is a similar thing for your recordings and transcripts. Sometimes we like to actually turn this off. These are the 2 main ways that they can collect information about you and that you can have control about what they do and don't do with your data. Another way is by turning on a temporary chat. On the top right, you can find this almost invisible button called Turn on Temporary Chat. And if you press it, then the chat will turn from white to black. And now inside this temporary chat, you can ask it anything you want. For example, let's do something risky that no one will know about. And what's going to happen inside this conversation I have will be deleted within 24 to 48 hours after we close this chat. It'll be deleted from the OpenAI servers. But for us, it's going to be deleted immediately, meaning it won't participate in any memories. We won't see it over here in our chat history on the left. Everything that we talk about here will be deleted. You see, it's not getting any name. And when I try to move to a different chat, or if I try to start a new chat, I won't be able to reference this chat anymore because it's been removed locally. And from OpenAI, it's also going to be removed locally. Those are the top 3 ways that you can control from inside the ChatGPT app. Another way, which is extremely powerful, that you can make sure none of your sensitive information leaks, is by hiding it in your prompts. So if you have things like birthdays, your address, your full names, you can replace this with placeholders by saying phone number 12345, address XYZ. My name is also XYZ. I can invent new names, I can invent new situations and fill in the blanks to make sure that the specific private information is hidden from ChatGPT. I can still enjoy all the good things that ChatGPT gives me if I strategically hide this information from the model? So those are a few ways that you can protect information from inside the app, but probably the easiest way to protect your organizational data is by moving from personal accounts to an enterprise account. And this was launched way back when in August 2023. And the main selling point of this different plan is that it can protect your data with enterprise-grade privacy, security, and deployment tools. So if you go into the ChatGPT Enterprise plan, you really open up the possibilities for the workers of your organization, of your company, to use ChatGPT to its full potential while resting assured that your data is safe and secure. These were the 5 ways in which we can control the data we put into ChatGPT and make sure the data of ourselves and of our organization stays safe, and that we can use ChatGPT to its full potential. Hope this gave you some good advice and that you learned something. So have an awesome day.